Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So welcome to my temple sacrifices tutorial. In BTD6, the mechanics to unlock the different levels and the different passives of the temple is yet a little different. And so I'm gonna do this video explaining as many things as I can in detail and showing you the best things. So I have created here a challenge. Now this challenge has like a lot of lives, a lot of cash, so that I can get the temple right away. Everything is like normal. I have deactivated monkey knowledge just because in that way I can show it like the temple without any extra thing, and then with the I'm gonna show you the vengeful temple. And yeah, so let's jump here into this challenge. And now for those of you who don't know, the temple is the 4th upgrade in the first path of the super monkey. It's gonna cost 100k in this case in medium, and exactly like it was in BTD5, you can sacrifice towers, so towers that are in range of the sun avatar as you upgrade it to temple are gonna be sacrificed, and they're gonna unlock different powers of on the temple depending on the tower that you sacrificed. Now in BTD5, these powers depending on the specific tower that you placed. Instead, in BTD6 is a lot easier because the towers are going to be split into 4 categories, and depending on which category the tower is from, that you're going to unlock the different powers. So primary towers, so the blue ones, then military towers, green ones, magic towers, purple, and then the 3 support towers. So it doesn't matter which tower you sacrifice of the kind. The important thing is that it's a magic tower, or it's a support tower, or a military, or a primary tower. So when you sacrifice these towers in BTD6, you don't get anything specific. Like for example, if you sacrifice an ice tower, or if you sacrifice a bomb, it doesn't change anything. You get the same passive, you get the same power, and yeah, so that's the huge difference compared to BTD5. Now I have here, I'm on Reddit, and this is just a quick a post that someone has uploaded 1 year ago, so I don't know if this is updated or if anything has changed. I'm gonna just take it as an example, but it may not be exactly as is written down here. And this is just explaining how much of that particular kind of tower you need to sacrifice to unlock the different levels. So you can see that the more you sacrifice, the more you get like extra things. And now the important thing is knowing that to unlock the maximum level of the temple, so the maximum passive, you need to sacrifice more than 50k cash. So in this case, 50,001 cash or more. And each of the, in this case, primary monkeys, military monkeys, magic monkeys, or support monkeys are gonna unlock something different of the temple. Now we'll not cover everything in detail because I think it's not important. It's important just to know that with primary monkeys you unlock glaives. So the like an glaive attack, as it says here, and you unlock more pierce on the main beam. So for a total of, in this case, is 40. I don't know if it's still 40 or if it has changed. You unlock more damage, and then you have these glaives that are gonna pop the Bloons. So that's pretty much what you get from the primary towers being sacrificed. And so in this case, for example, if I would want to unlock the maximum level from the primary sacrifices, I need to in range of the temple, I need to place as many towers as I need to reach 50k or more of cash. So in this case, I think there is a pretty quick way how you can do it. In this case, like for example, the Bloon Crush is just a quick way how you can be sure that you can sacrifice more than 50k, because already just the Bloon Crush upgrade is more than 50k. So in this way, you're sure that you have already more than 50k in this tower, so you're unlocking the maximum level. For the military monkeys, in this case, you unlock, well, the normal pierce for the beam, and then you unlock these anti-mob missiles. Pretty much like the submarine ballistic missile. It's pretty much the same mechanics. Or the anti-missiles from the Ace as well. So these ones are here. It's pretty much the same mechanics. And then you also unlock these solar specters that are gonna orbit around the temple, and these specters are gonna do damage exactly like a normal specter would do. So you shoot darts, and you shoot also bombs. So I don't know again if the stats are exactly like this or if they are different, but the important thing is knowing that you have this specter. And when you sacrifice the maximum amount of cash, you get 2 solar specters at once. So that's what you get from military. And in this case, there are multiple ways that you can achieve more than 50k cash just getting a singular tower. In this case, you can get like an Apache Prime, because 45k and then 19.6k the Apache. So with these two upgrades, you have already more than 50k. You can get it also with the Flying Fortress. Well, this is very much expensive, a lot more than 50k. So remember that every cash more than 50k that you sacrifice will not really upgrade the temple anymore. So you need to like try to sacrifice more than 50k, but not that much more, because it's just cash that is wasted. So in this case, I think normally the first upgrade of the sniper covers it all, because it's 3k, 7k, and then 40k. So with the last 3 upgrades of the sniper, you have already 50k. So if you count this 1.5, 350, and then the base cost, it should be more than 50k. Then from Magic Monkeys, you get so homing projectiles that are gonna damage the Bloons. Then you get a knockback effect that is gonna be pretty much exactly like the knockback from the same Super Monkey upgrade. So it is exactly the same. Then you also have this magic pulse that is gonna knock back also Bloons. That can also knock back mobs if you sacrifice, in this case, more cash. And then the most important thing that you unlock when you sacrifice the maximum amount of cash is these sun avatars. The more attack speed you have on the temple, the faster you're gonna create these sun avatars. And yeah, that's the thing. So you cannot, of course, sell these avatars for cash, and you cannot upgrade them. They just are pretty much like the engineer Centrigans. It's pretty much the same, and that's it. So that's what you gain from the magic passive. So in this case, again, there are multiple upgrades that if you want, you can get to sacrifice more than 60k, than 50k with a singular upgrade. In this case, I think one of the closest one, so you don't sacrifice too much more than 50k, is with the middle path of the alchemist. And then you have the last passive that is from the support towers. That is gonna be everything of support. So you're gonna unlock discount also on Tar 5 and Tar 4 upgrades. So this is very important, because like with just the village, you can get discount on up to the 3rd upgrades, so Tar 3 upgrades. Instead, with this temple passive, you unlock also discount on Tar 4 and Tar 5 upgrades. And then the more cash you sell, the more like buffs you give to nearby towers. So for example, you gain, in this case, range, pierce, you gain extra layer of damage. I don't know, again I repeat, if these stats are exactly the same, I'm just saying that normally you should be gaining this. Then you gain also more discount, and then with the last upgrade, you get more. I think you gain like the maximum damage from the towers that you place in range of the temple. And also an extra thing that you gain from the support power is a cash. It's this thing right here. So someone commented it, and so at the max support you get also 10,000 cash each round, and this is also another important thing. So the fact that when the temple you can get only 3 types of sacrifices, and if you sacrifice more types of towers, it will eat all 4 but will remove 1 category. In this case it's not at random, but it's the tower that you spend the least amount of cash on. That's the passive that the temple will not gain. And then the true sun god in this case gets all 4. Now this is important because of the fact that with the temple upgrade, so with the 4th upgrade, you cannot get all the 4 types. So you cannot get primary, military, magic, and support passives at once. You can only get up to 3. So if, for example, I sacrifice in this case another tower, in this case it could be a 050 Spec Factory. What's happening when I'm getting the temple upgrade? That the temple is removing, even if all the towers in range are sacrificed, so they're all like removed, the temple is not gonna unlock the passive of the tower that had the least amount of cash spent on it. So for example here, just taking into consideration the sell price, you can see here 42.8k in the bomb, 37.6, 36.5, and then 36.3. So you can see that the tower that has the least amount of cash spent on is the Spec Factory. So if I would get the temple right now, I would get the primary, military, and magic passives, and not the support passive, because that's the lowest amount of cash spent. Now, if imagine here I'm sacrificing instead, like for example this is an insane amount of cash sacrificed. So in this case now, the tower that has the least amount of cash on is the sniper. So if I get the temple in this condition, I will get the primary, the magic, and the support passive, but I will not get the military passive. So that's just to show you how this works. Normally getting primary, military, and magic is the best with the temple. So normally don't unlock support with the temple. And here we go. So you just get it, and boom, you can see already the 2 specters coming from the military passive. And then as here, for example, I can start the round, you can see these little sun avatars. That's the magic passive. You can see also the anti-mob missile. You can see the magic pulse. You can see the glaives. And yeah, so those are all the passive that you unlock with the different parts of the temple. Now take a look at this though. I don't have Camel Detection with the temple. So unlike in BTD 5, even if you get a temple, you don't unlock automatically Camel Detection. You just unlock it if you give Camel Detection to the temple, or if you like can remove the camo status from the Bloons, like with wizards, or I don't know, with ninjas, or with other means. And now the true sun god, so the 5th upgrade, the final upgrade, works exactly the same as the temple. So the sacrifices mechanics are exactly the same. You can sacrifice though all 4 types of towers, so you can sacrifice primary, military, magic, and support, and you get all the 4 passives bonuses. But the extra thing that you unlock with the temple is something called ultimate power. And now this means that on the category, for example in this case, I sacrificed primary, magic, and military for the temple. that means that now if I sacrifice again the maximum amount from primary, in this case again Bloon Crush, then again maximum from military, then maximum from magic, again for the true Sun God, I'm unlocking the ultimate power for the primary, military, and magic because of the fact that I'm sacrificing like 2 times the same passive, right? And this is exactly what it says here. So with the primary monkey ultimate power is you gain more piercing, more damage, and you get more blades, so more glaives coming out of the temple. For the military power, you get again more piercing, and then you get instead 4 solar specters. So like you gain 2 from the temple, and then you get another 2, so that's a total of 4. From the magic monkeys, you get this projectile attack that is gonna be stronger, so more attack speed, and then also you can spawn more of these sun avatars. You can see that right now I just have 2. If you get the ultimate power, you get 4, but not only that, you get more than 4, because if you increase the attack speed of the temple, you can get up to 6 sun avatars at the same time. And yeah, so that's more damage. And then also in the case that you also sacrifice support, in this case instead of like primary, you sacrifice support instead for the temple, you can achieve also the support ultimate power. In this case you get extra discount to up to 40%, and the towers in range get of the temple get more range, more pierce, and more damage. So in this case, for example, I could sacrifice now the support tower, and in this case I would get so the ultimate power for the primary, military, and magic, and I would get the first passive for the support towers, and that's it. So then you get the true Sun God, and boom. So that's the maximum tempo with the maximum amount of damage possible. And you can still like change the target of the temple to first, strong, last, as it is of a normal tower. You can see now, because I've sacrificed the support, now I have the passives, and you can see the passive being the range. See that the range increases. Then also this means that every tower that you place in range of the temple has more pierce, more damage, as discount. So for example here normally, I'm gonna just show it pretty fast. So normally here, for example, 2.5 for the first upgrade, the tower that is in range of the temple is 2k, so that's some discount going on. And most importantly, this discount goes on not just for the until the 3rd upgrade, but also up to the 4th one. So you can see that if I would like to get another temple, the temples, even the temple upgrade is discounted. So that's a cool thing. So it works, the discount works for Tar 4 and Tar 5 upgrades. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if now I spawn the next round, you can see like more glaives, the 4 specters, probably the anti-mob missile, and the specters doing as well more damage, the main beam doing more damage, more pierce. But the thing you still lack is Camel Detection. See? None of these Camel Bloons is being even attacked. So not even with the Tar 5 temple with the maximum sacrifices, you can get Camel Detection. You still need Camel Detection from external sources. In this case it could be a village, it could be anything really. And you can see also at the end of the round the 10k cash coming from the support passive. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. The temple as it is in every little aspect. Now I'm gonna exit and I'm gonna just restart the same thing, but with Monkey Knowledge on, because I'm gonna show you the dark true Sun God. Because in Monkey Knowledge, once you get this point right here, there can be only one. This is the point that you need to be able to unlock the dark true Sun God. And so I'm gonna just restart here the challenge just with monkey knowledge on this time. And the real difference that there is the fact that now when you get the true Sangat, if out of range, so imagine here I've sacrificed everything, I have everything right here, right? If out of range of the temple you place a 050 and a 005 super monkey, so the anti-Bloon and the Legend of the Night, when you get the true Sangat upgrade, you pretty much sell the Dark Knight and the anti-Bloon to unlock the Vengeful Temple. Now, unfortunately, I think that you still need maximum capped sacrifices to be able to unlock it, because as you could see, I didn't unlock it now. So probably, I think you need it, right? I'm just gonna check it out here. So build a Sun Temple with appropriate sacrifices. Yeah, so at least 3 categories. So yeah, you need maximum amount of sacrifices for both the Sun Temple and the True Sangat to be able to get the Vengeful Temple or the Dark True Sangat. And yeah, so my bad. So it's not just important getting the temple. You need also the sacrifices. So I'm gonna need here to do everything again. Now this time, actually, instead of getting primary, I'm gonna get support just to show how different it works when you get the support ultimate power. So this, and then this. Alright, so get the temple. Now you have to be careful now, because of the fact that you already unlock the passive discount and range and pierce and the extra cash at the end. Now all the sacrifices, because you need them to get the true Sangat, now all the sacrifices are gonna also be discounted. So pay a lot of attention, because now, for example, if I would like to get the more than 50k cash in terms of sacrifices for the bomb, now because of the discount I may not be able to achieve that with just one tower. So so yeah, pay attention to that. Or you need a more expensive tower to be able to still get it. So in this case, I think even this one, really. Yeah, I'm gonna just get this, and this is gonna be solved. No, which is the bottom path. Yeah. So pay attention when you get the Sun Temple with the support passive unlocked. Be careful with the sacrifices for the true Sangat, because you get already discount, so you're sacrificing already less cash because of that. So for example, now just sacrificing a sniper would not be enough, because this is already a lot of discount going on, and I'm not reaching more than 50k in terms of sacrifices just with this. So I need another tower or a more expensive upgrade. For example, in this case, it could be this one, I think. For example, Apache, I think it would be enough cash anyway, because this is 15.6, yeah, 36, yeah. Then again, magic. Now I'm gonna sacrifice more. Let's try with the middle path here of the wizard. 48, yeah, 3.2 should be enough. And now sacrificing again of the support. In this case, it could be pretty simply just a middle path village. Should be more than 50k. And now at this point, now before you get the true Sangat, remember that you need to place the anti-Bloon and Legend of the Night. And in this case, I'm gonna just start the round to be extra sure that I will get it. Now you'll get the upgrade. You can see the true Sangat, and now you can see these two towers being sacrifices. See now, and the temple is dark. So that's the dark Sangat. Now one thing I wanted to show you is that if you have sacrificed, in this case I sacrificed a village, so you can see that some of the sun avatars are actually attacking DDTs. So when you sacrifice a tower that gives Camel Detection, well, sorry, not the Sun Avatars, the Spectres are gonna have Camel Detection, but only them. The smaller Sun Avatars and the main temple will not have Camel Detection, so you still need, in this case, a village or another way how you can detect Camel Bloons. In this case, just giving Camel Detection, and that's it. Now with the ultimate power of support, now the discount, so the range increases even more. So look at this now, at this range buff. The range buff, the range pierce, and range, pierce, and damage is more because I have the ultimate support tower. And not only that, now I have even more discounts. So look at this cost. For example, now Sun Temple costing, instead of 100k, 60k. So that's 40% discount on a Tar 4 upgrade, and that also works for Tar 5 upgrade. So definitely a lot of discount going on, and that's it. So that's how you can unlock the dark through Sangad. And of course, with this version, because of the fact that you have sacrificed also the anti-Bloon, as you can see, I cannot get it. See, just attack terror. So I have like the anti-Bloon and the Dark Knight, and the Legend of the Night sacrificed to give the temple extra damage. And not only that, also the Sun Avatars do extra damage, the Spectres do extra damage, everything deals extra damage. And of course, I didn't say it, but you can buff the temple by giving, in this case, a village, more attack speed. You can buff it by getting a perma-brew, in this case, to have the perma-brew effect last every time, for like it will not be wasted away. And now normally getting knockback and the Camel Detection is useless because you have already a knockback effect on the main beam, and then Camel Detection is very easy just by getting a village. So normally getting the range and unlocking even more pierce is just better. So like, for example, just like this, and you can cover a wider portion of the map, and it's just better overall. And you can buff it even further by just getting, in this case, like activated abilities like the Homeland Defense, or by getting like another temple and buffing. So for example, getting a temple first here that should be out of range, and then you get like a support passive for the temple, and then you give more range, so you can cover now the dark temple, and so the dark temple now has even more range. I'm gonna just show it to you. Why not? Oh wait, I don't want to spend a lot of cash, so I'm gonna sacrifice just out of range. Yeah, here we go. So in this case, imagine I'm just getting support, a support temple. In this case, I think everything is out of range. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now, just by getting the range, now I'm giving the support passive to the Dark Temple. So I should be getting now extra pierce, damage, and yeah. So that's how I think you can stack the passives. And yeah, see the range now, how big it is, how large. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. And hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.